Hey everybody, it's Lori here with Happy Healthy Whole. It is Friday again of a holiday weekend. Yay, happy Memorial Day weekend. Today is a new keto video, and today I am channeling my inner beach person. I really want to be at the beach right now. It is so nice out here. Absolutely love the beach, and I'm actually outside under my umbrella at my table where I have a ginormous circle of sand that my little niece plays in every time she comes over, but I like to put my feet in the sand, drink my drink out of my beach cup, and imagine I'm there, especially when the breeze blows and the birds are singing. Oh, it's awesome. Anyway, let's get to what we're here for today. So today's Friday keto video is keto flu, symptoms, solutions, and then making sure that you're getting enough electrolytes and fiber in your diet. So I have a lot of information again. I'm trying to not make this like the basics of keto part 1 or 2 length. So we're gonna get right into it. Forgive me, my eyes and my face is horrible. My sinus allergies, if you're around this Ohio Valley area where I live, you know that it is horrible. So looking kind of bad today. Anyway, so let's get right into this though. Forgive that. I'm still feeling great. It's awesome. Okay, so keto flu. Depending on how many carbs you have stored in your body when you switch to the ketogenic lifestyle is going to determine when the symptoms could start for keto flu and how long they could last. Most people, it's within the first week. Most people, they only last like 3 to 5 days and they're done. Some people, it starts pretty quickly. If they go from a really high carb eater to 20 grams or less a day, within a day or two, they're going to start feeling withdrawals of the carbs. It's like any other thing that you would get that you would have withdrawals from. It's not fun. It gives you symptoms that are like, just for instance, I'll give you the list right now. Tired, fatigued, headache, cold, dizzy or lightheaded. You can get muscle cramps, you can get weak, you can get constipation, you can get bloated, you can be achy, you could have food cravings. Obviously, you're going to crave carbs, you're going to crave sugar because you're not eating them now. Brain fog, lack of motivation, nausea. Those are all symptoms that you could get. I'm going to forewarn you though. I guess it's not forewarned. A lot of people don't get any of these symptoms, so don't panic. But if you are having these symptoms, now is a good time to talk about them because we've just been in this a little over a week now, and so it's a great time to discuss how to treat these symptoms. If you are having these symptoms and it's in your first week or two, don't fret. As soon as these symptoms are gone, and they will be gone, you're not going to have them for a long time. As soon as they're gone, you're going to be so happy. You're going to have tons more energy. The brain fog is going to lift. You're going to be so focused. You're not going to be tired. You're not going to have any of the nausea. You're going to physically feel much better. So, some ways to combat this. I'm going to try to get down my list in order, and I hope it makes sense to you. But let's go quickly. Some ways to combat some of these. When I did this, when I started my journey, I did not know how to counteract some of these symptoms. I, however, started my journey by slowly backing down. Giant ant. You gotta love being outside and doing a video. Live videos. Anyway, so I slowed down backing off of carbs. I did not instantly go from way carb load to 20 grams or less. So I didn't have a lot of these symptoms. I didn't hardly have any symptoms. For people that are worried about having symptoms, that's what I suggest. Slowly backing your carbs down if you're just getting started. If you've already started, you've been on 20 grams or less for several days to a week or more, don't do it now. I mean, obviously don't change to going back to more carbs. But I'm going to give you some ways to reduce these symptoms. So, tired and fatigued. You need to get more B1 and B5 vitamins. A good way to get that, and I discussed in an earlier video, is nutritional yeast. If you have questions about what nutritional yeast is or where you can get it, which by the way is anywhere online, Amazon has some great places, or a nutritional yeast that I recommend, please put a comment below or a private message and I will be more than happy to tell you that. But if you're tired and fatigued at first, it's because your B1 and B5 vitamins are lower and you need to increase those. The easiest way, nutritional yeast. Add it to your food. A lot of them kind of have a cheesy taste to them, so you can add them to a lot of stuff and it's not a problem at all. Headaches, if you're getting headaches in the beginning, slow down how quickly you're doing this. It's because your body's used to a ton of carbs, you've cut it down to almost none, and it was too extreme and too fast for your body. So instead of going down to the 20 right away, if you're having headaches a lot, often, or long durations at the beginning, cut it down to maybe 100 grams or 50 grams of carbs first. Do that for a few days. Then go down to 30 grams for a few days. Then get down to the 20 grams or less, okay? That'll help you with your headaches. If you're getting cold at first, if you start this diet in the first few days and you just are freezing and you can't get warm, especially right now because we're, 80s today here in southern Indiana. So if you're getting really cold when it's not cold outside, your iodine levels are getting low. So because of the carbs that you have cut out now, it's making your iodine levels get low. There are very, very few people that have this issue at first. But if it is, sea kelp is a really great thing to raise your iodine. I don't recommend, you can do it and it's not gonna harm you a lot. And when I first started, I didn't know any better and I did it, but you can add some of these vitamins and just vitamin supplements. But a lot of them are artificial vitamin supplements. They're not the actual vitamins, and your body doesn't absorb them well, not as well as it does if you just get these in your foods. So I don't recommend adding those. I recommend the other ways that you can get them, like nutritional yeast, like sea kelp. Again, if you have questions about where to get that or high grades, please comment below and I'll be more than happy to answer that. If you're getting dizzy or lightheaded, you need to increase your sodium levels because your body is depleting sodium quickly, and when we get to that I'll explain it to you in a minute, but you need to increase your salt levels. Do not do iodized salt. Take that off the table salt, take it out of your house. Not really good for you. The kinds of salts you need to be getting are the pink Himalayan salt or the sea salts. Those are the best types. They're good for your body, especially on a ketogenic lifestyle, because when you cut out the carbs, you're cutting out most of your sodium and you need to add it back. So if you're dizzy or lightheaded, it's because, like, usually when you stand up quickly or things like that, it's because your blood pressure drops quickly. If you add sea salt or Himalayan salt to it, it's going to keep your blood pressure level up where it needs to be, so you're not going to have those issues. Not satiated after a meal. If you're having these symptoms because you've switched to going from eating all these carbs that give you that instant full feeling to not hardly any carbs, so you're not feeling full after eating the food that they say to eat, and how much they say to eat. So if that's the problem, then you need to add more healthy fats. You're not getting enough healthy fats in your diet. We'll go over those. I've gone over them before in other videos, and I've got lists on my Facebook page, so look those up. Add more healthy fats if you are not getting satiated. Also, another great thing, if you're not feeling satiated, apple cider vinegar. Add apple cider vinegar. Again, if you want to know the one I recommend or where to get it from, just put a comment below this link and I will be more than happy to tell you. Bad breath. A lot of people, when they start the ketogenic lifestyle, have bad breath because when you drop your carbs and you start adding your proteins and your fats and your vegetables, you're adding too much protein. A normal person only needs to get 3 to 6 ounces of protein a day. 3 to 6 ounces. 3 ounces is about the size of the palm, just the palm of your hand. So you only need 1 to 2 of those a day total protein. So just make sure you're not getting too much protein in your diet daily. 3 to 6 ounces a day is all you need. If you've got bad breath, which when I first started, I had that, did not realize that was the cause of it. I knew it was a symptom of switching to a ketogenic lifestyle because I had read that, but did not know the cause until about 2 or 3 months in. Lowered my protein and instantly no more issues with that. So muscle cramps. If you're having muscle cramps when you first start, like Charlie horses, or you get up and move, or in the night you have where it cramps up, your potassium is low. You might have known that before because people say a lot of times when you get Charlie horses to eat more bananas. Obviously on the ketogenic plan we can't, but I'll give you ways later on in the video of how to raise that. Weak. If you're feeling weak and like you don't have energy and you can't lift things or do things you could do because you're weak, sea salt, again, your sodium is low, so raise your sea salt in your diet. If you're having constipation issues with bathroom, it could be one of 2 things. Either you've added too much dairy and cheese in your diet since you've switched. You need to lower your cheese intake because a lot of people have a lot of issues just constipation and different stomach issues with dairy and cheese, so you may need to lower your cheeses. If you're not doing a lot of cheese or dairy, then you aren't getting enough potassium or vegetables in your plan. So add veggies, and then again, I'll show you how to add potassium. It's in some of your vegetables later. So make sure you either lower your cheese intake if you're taking a lot of that in, or raise your vegetable intake. If you are getting bloated in this first few days to weeks on the ketogenic lifestyle, you are getting too much fat. It sounds like when I'm going through all these that it's like a fine line where you can get just enough, but it is not, trust me. My fats vary from day to day. Some days I don't get very much, some days I get a lot, but it doesn't affect my levels. So if you're bloated, then you're getting way too many fats, which is bad and good. You know, you want a lot of fats the first week or two while your body's adjusting to it, but if you get too many, again, it's going to bloat you. So lower your fats a little, and also start drinking some apple cider vinegar. Raise your amounts of apple cider vinegar. That helps with that. If you're getting a rash, which is very rare, but some people get a rash when they first start the ketogenic diet. Lifestyle, not a diet. I'm so sorry. When they start the lifestyle, you need to increase your B vitamins and your vegetables, which have B vitamins in it, but also the nutritional yeast that I talked about has B vitamins. So increase that. If obviously you're going to have food cravings because you have cut out sugar and carbs, that is something like anything else you're just going to have to get over. But one thing that might help is more healthy fats, because a lot of the cravings are for the satiety, you know, the being the full, satiated. So if you increase your fats, that'll help with that feeling full and help some with the cravings that you have there for food. Okay, so now that I've touched on some of the symptoms and some of the solutions, let's move on to the cause of some of these symptoms. When you first switch to the ketogenic lifestyle and start to get into ketosis, of course you're taking all these carbs you were eating and you're cutting those way down, and you're taking the probably a little bit of fat in the American diet that they tell you and adding it to a lot of fat. When you do that, your insulin level is instantly going to drop because you're not eating every 2 to 3 hours, you're not snacking a lot, you're not getting all those carbs and sugar. That carbs and sugar are the main thing that spike insulin. So you're not getting those. So your insulin levels are going to drop, and what your insulin level stays at on a regular basis is going to drop tremendously, which is a good thing, but it's going to be a shock to your system at first. When you do that, when your insulin drops and you stop all the carbs and start the fats, you're also going to start losing your sodium levels right away and your water that's stored in your body right away. For every gram of carbs, which is glycogen, for every gram of glycogen that your body loses as your body's depleting those carbs that you had stored, for every gram it loses, you're losing 3 grams of water and sodium. So that's a tremendous, I mean, that's 3 to 1 there for how fast you're losing water and sodium, which is part of the reason you have a lot of these symptoms. It's also why I said in the very first video, and I always push, drink lots of water. Start drinking more water, because you need to replace that water that your body is losing. Also, that's why I'm saying add sodium, because you need to replace that electrolyte in your body. A good way to do that is a cup of water with about a half a teaspoon of sea salt or Himalayan salt, stir it up till it dissolves, and drink it. If you do that a day, you'll be doing great. But anyway, so that's part of the reason that I say add more water, add more salt, because your sodium is being depleted so fast. And then that's also, I'm sorry for all of you that think it's actual weight, but that's also why you lose so much weight in the beginning. It is truly water weight in the beginning, because you're losing so much water and sodium causes your body to hold water, to store water in places that you don't need to store water. So when your carbs, your glycogen is lowering, your sodium is lowering, and your water 3 times as fast, and so you're going to start frequently visiting the restroom and losing water weight. So don't panic after that first 2 or 3 weeks. If your weight loss drops, don't panic, because it was water weight and you're still going to lose. But just for reference, just so you know, the normal person even on a ketogenic lifestyle, exercising daily and doing exactly what you're supposed to. A normal person can only lose 1 to 2 pounds a week in any form, as far as any kind of a diet or health lifestyle change, and on the ketogenic lifestyle included. Any of those, keto, paleo, WW, any of those you do, you can only, I mean, the average person can only lose about 1 to 2 pounds per week. So that quick weight loss you're going to have is mainly water. Don't freak out. Be excited, because it's still loss. It's still weight loss. Be super excited. But if it slows down, don't panic either. You're still doing it right. It's still what it's supposed to be. Just continue doing it on your path. Okay, so to counteract some of these symptoms, like I discussed earlier, drink extra water and add sea salt. Extra sleep. Sleep is extremely important while your body is going through this process of not having the carbs and learning and training itself how to switch to burning the fats. It's extremely strenuous on your body. Make sure you're getting lots of sleep to rejuvenate your body every day. Also, when you sleep is when your body burns the fat the most. So the more sleep you get, the more fat your body can burn. So remember that, extra sleep. Make sure you're getting plenty of healthy fats. Okay, those healthy fats I'm going to list on here. They're also on the Facebook page in lists, and they're also on an earlier video. But quickly, healthy fats: nuts, avocados, olives, almond butter, coconut oil, ghee, real butter, extra virgin olive oil, and then any forms of avocado oils, olive oils, you know, those kind of things. Those are all good healthy fats. Another one, add nutritional yeast. Again, if you have questions about it, or where to get it, or what kind is a good one, please message me private or on this page. I think it's a benefit if we can ask our questions on this page under these links, and that way everyone in the community can see, because a lot of people are going to have the same issues, and a lot of them can get the same answers, and it can help them tremendously. We're here to help people get healthy and find solutions to problems. So if we can put them on here, that's great. Then everybody can get the answers all at once and can look back later if they need the help, if they start their journey later. So add nutritional yeast. You may, in the first couple weeks, want to do less physical activity. If you're a person that is exercising a lot when you first start this, because your body's going through so much transition, you may want to back that off a little the first couple weeks. Like I said, I didn't exercise at all. I was exercising 5 to 6 days a week before I started keto. When I switched to the ketogenic lifestyle, I stopped exercising. I didn't exercise the first 6 months I was on it. I have since started and added some back slowly for toning purposes, but I did not exercise at all. But if you're a person that exercises the first 2 weeks, you may need to cut that back just a little bit. Add apple cider vinegar, like I discussed earlier, at 1 to 2 tablespoons a day, and then add lemon juice from a lemon. Squeeze it, or the real lemon juice that comes in the jar, about the equivalent of half of a lemon a day. You can add those two together in water and drink it. You can do those two together with lime juice and in water and drink it, however you want. Another good way to add either or both of those is in a salad. You can do olive oil and the apple cider vinegar for vinegar and oil salad dressing. You could also do lemon juice on it if you like it on the salad. Anyway, so make sure you do those. Some benefits to apple cider vinegar and lemon juice I'm going to quickly tell you. It increases satiety, so you'll feel full. It improves your digestion. It helps with weight loss. It reduces belly fat much quicker. It helps right around your stomach to be gone quicker. Decreases your triglycerides, which is a good thing, and it lowers your blood sugar, which is great. Again, if to help some of you, if you start getting headaches, you might be transitioning too fast. So transition slowly. That's a good benefit for some of you that might be just watching this and getting ready to start your lifestyle like this. That's one thing I highly recommend. Transition slowly. Another thing that I recommend is drinking bone broth. A cup of bone broth a day is a tremendous help. I will link on here a video on how to make your own, because making your own bone broth is the best for you and you get the most nutritional benefits from it. I'll link on here a way to get how to make your own bone broth, and then a cup of that a day is excellent. Okay, now let's quickly discuss, actually, you know what? This video is plenty long enough. I'm going to add that to the next video. So it's Memorial Weekend. Thank you for watching this. Have a great weekend. Be blessed. If you have any questions or comments, please link them below. Share this with people, and make sure that you subscribe to this page if you're not already, so that you get all the updates. Love you guys. Have a great weekend. Bye.